Anything less than a Western Conference appearance will be a failure for your Los Angeles Lakers. Take it or shake it.
Take it.
Take that.
Took it.
Take that. Take that.
Anything less than that, now that you are essentially in the playoffs and then going up against a team like the Timberwolves, so you essentially beat them because of what happened with their roster now. You roll into the playoffs. Now you get there, you know, because it's wide open. Anything less than that is a failure because you got LeBron James and you got Anthony Davis. There's no way.
I'm shaking that. The Lakers, it's not impossible that the Lakers can win a championship, but the odds are against it because they're a little thinner than a lot of teams because they just had to acquire about a bunch of bodies to transform the role players on the team, and therefore the team at the trade deadline, they have less of a margin for error as a result. Anthony Davis has been fragile. LeBron is nursing an injury that a couple doctors said maybe he needs surgery for. So if they win a playoff series, they win the play-in tournament, get into the playoffs and win a playoff series, to me, that's a wash, and anything above that's gravy.
They're healthy, Max. They're out on the floor. They're playing. They're healthy.
All right, moving on, Max. I'll start with you with this one. The Sacramento Kings don't stand a chance against the Golden State Warriors. Take it or shake it?
Shake it. Don't stand a chance. Sacramento Kings are one of 7 teams in the West that could win the championship this year. Varying degrees of difficulty for each team or odds, right? But I look at Golden State and Phoenix and Denver and the Lakers and the Clippers and who else? And the Kings, and there's one more I'm forgetting offhand who's live to win the whole thing. I mean, it's basically almost every team in the playoffs from the West because they're all flawed and they're all good. The Sacramento Kings' space and pace and youth can give anyone problems in spite of the defense, which is not god-awful. It's just not very good, right? So, yeah, the Warriors should win, but the Kings got chances.
Yeah, I would shake it. I would say that the Kings certainly have a shot at doing it, but the Golden State Warriors getting Wiggins back is big for this stretch run in the playoffs. I think that will certainly lift the team. And they're young, and Sacramento's young, and Golden State has the experience, and experience carries a long way. If you think about the Memphis Grizzlies last year.
Grizzlies, who I forgot, by the way. Grizz, too, yeah. I agree with what Key said. Cosign.
All right, Key. Donovan Mitchell will make my New York Knicks regret not trading for him. Take it or shake it?
I mean, take it.
Take it. Take that.
I think so. I think he'll ball out. But look, let's face it, man. The Knicks are cool. It's cute. They were cool and cute a couple years ago, and Trae Young took them out. And I think this is probably be the same thing with Donovan Mitchell, taking him out, and it'll be back page stories because they had an opportunity to get him and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, take it, I guess, but I don't. Look, Donovan Mitchell's a tremendous player, and so is Brunson. But that's a lot of size to be giving up in your backcourt every night. And if Donovan Mitchell's on a max contract, you're still not good enough to win a championship. Now, you might argue you're a little closer to attracting a bona fide, finals MVP level superstar, right? And that may be the case. But I'll take it, but kind of barely.
All right, take it or shake it. Looking at the NBA postseason here on Keyshawn J. Will, and of course Max. Like how I did that, Key. All right, Doc Rivers has more pressure on him to win this postseason than Joel Embiid. Max, take it or shake it?
Take it, because I think the pressure is on the Philadelphia 76ers organization to win, to keep Embiid. Embiid is a baller, but he's a big. He can't get himself the ball, right? And he does handle the ball, but they don't run the offense through him to the extent that they do in Denver, because he doesn't bring it up and handle it as much as Jokic, nor does he shoot it from the outside as well as Jokic. He's more of a classic big. He's like the, postmodern perfect classic big, but more of that, and needs a crime partner to get him the ball. So I'm going to say it's not on Embiid. It's more on Doc, who, if they don't get it done, they're going to look to the coach before they look to Embiid.
Well, I'm going to take it and shake it at the same time, and here's why. Because I'm going to do both. Take it and shake it.
Both of them.
And the reason is Embiid will win the MVP. The pressure will mount on him to now finish the deal. You lobbied to become the MVP over the last couple of years. Now you finally have gotten one. Now people are going to look to you to close the deal, finish it out. Then on the flip side, Doc Rivers, he's been there for a long time. They're waiting for this Boston Celtic magic to hit the Philadelphia 76ers when he won a championship. And if for some reason that doesn't come to fruition with him, James Harden, and Embiid, you're going to have some issues there.
All right, the Milwaukee Bucks are hands down the team to beat this postseason, Key. Take it or shake it.
In the East or just in general?
In the hands down, the team to beat overall between everybody, both conferences, they are the team, the Bucks. Take it or shake it.
I'd say take it.
Take that.
Take that.
Take
because
that. Take that.
They have right now one of the most dominant players, if not the most dominant player in the NBA, in Giannis. I mean, you don't have an answer for Giannis at all whatsoever. And then when you look at the way that they've been playing, the things that they're capable of doing, and coming out of the East, there's only 3 teams, in my opinion. They get past Boston and get past Philadelphia. The West is somewhat, it's up for grabs. Can the West match the big and Giannis? Is somebody in the West that can slow him down? And I don't think so. I don't think anybody in the NBA can slow him down right now.
I'm shaking that. The team to beat is the Phoenix Suns because KD is healthy. KD is easily, when he is healthy, the best player in the NBA. And I base that on the fact that basically by himself, he took Giannis. The year that Giannis won the title, KD's foot was on the line in overtime and actually had a look for the game winner in overtime. Harden was hobbling around. Kyrie wasn't on the floor, right? Like KD is as much better than the rest of the NBA as LeBron once was. This is the best version when he's healthy, Key. When he's healthy,
but that's a wash again.
But I don't know that it is. I love Giannis. Giannis might be my favorite player, but
50.
But I get it. But he won not against KD, brother. Against KD, they had no answers. If KD had a little bit of help, he would have ended them in 4 or 5 games.
3 years ago, Max.
Key, they were 2-0, and they were wiping the floor with them in Milwaukee.
3 years ago.
Which player can flip the script? Who can change the narrative about their careers most in these playoffs? Is it someone like, say, James Harden? If he wins a championship, because he's the guy who's got to get Embiid the ball. I know Tyrese Maxey and everything, but what if James Harden balls out of control and they win a championship? Could you imagine the guy, he can't win under pressure? What we think. What if Russell Westbrook leads the Clippers of all teams to a championship? How would we think about him? How about a guy like Kevin Durant? What if he folds to the Warriors? I'm saying change the narrative, good or bad, right? Who has a chance to change? But then again, what if KD slays the Warriors and it's like, I can't win without Steph? Watch this.
When you say James Harden, because there's 3 guys on that team, a coach and 2 players, that's under tremendous stress. I don't want to say pressure. Stress to win a championship.
Embiid, Harden, and Doc.
Yeah, so it's like his is not the long ranger. So when you say the Phoenix Suns, CP3, he's not under pressure to win one. It would be great for us as fans to see him do it. He's at the end of the road, and he's not the main guy, and no pressure under Booker because he's still a teenager. So KD is a little bit of pressure because he hadn't done it without the Golden State Warriors. So when you start to look at it, like for me, I look at the Joker in Denver, right? Last time we saw him in a situation that made sense, he didn't play so well in the bubble.
That's a great
choice. In the
choice.
playoffs, he's winning MVPs. He's always in the MVP conversation. And to me, MVPs, unless you're like a Westbrook that just doing it all by yourself as a long ranger doesn't have anything. When you're an MVP of a league, man, your team's supposed to be at the top damn near every year.
So Jokic.
And I'm talking about the top in the playoffs, not the regular season record. The one guy in all of this, and it took me a minute to kind of get to it and get a feel for it, is Westbrook.
Key?
Westbrook could change a lot because he's an important piece. He's not just a guy on the team. Since he's gone to the Clippers, he's really – I don't know what the hell the Lakers were doing with him, right? I mean, it was different. But since he's been with the Clippers, you're like, okay, well, this dude looked like he done figured out a fountain of youth.
Well, the difference is the Lakers have a point forward in LeBron who needs the ball. The Clippers were trying to make Kawhi into a point forward, which he can do, but it's not really him. They needed a spark at the a ball handling spark plug, right? And they got it now. And the
with
issue
major
with
confidence,
no question. The issue with Westbrook to me is this: absolutely, you could argue he is the guy who can change the narrative more than anyone else, because he goes from he just wasn't a winning player, he was a maniac, right? Like he played timeout. Dude won a championship. And as I keep saying, as the years go by and memory fades of what the contemporary audience thought of him as a maniac and all this, people will look at the stats and go, he averaged a triple-double for 3 consecutive seasons.
He was a ball hawk.
And he won a championship. But see, the championship erases all the other, because people will just remember that's a champion when he was still good for a team that could never win a championship, right?
Yeah, and the first thing they say is, he's a ball hawk. But now, this is how the world works, man, in the narratives and everything changes. The what-if game, you know how I like to do that. What if he wins the championship and also wins the finals MVP?
That there would be no greater script
think he was
flip than that.
dressing weird 5 years ago? What if he wins the championship?
He's going to come on with a space helmet or something.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And he's the type of guy that I root for.
Going to look like he belongs in The
championship.
Mandalorian if he wins a championship.
Yeah, I want him to win a championship. Like that's my dude. I want him to win a championship.
For sure. He doesn't deserve what's going to happen if he never does. But if he does, it's going to change everything. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.